Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Podcast Zone. I'm your host, Emma.
And I'm David. We're so happy you've joined us again for another episode of our English Learning Podcast, where we make conversations in English feel natural, clear, and fun.
That's right. And today we're diving into a super practical and important topic, one that almost everyone will need at some point in life, going to the doctor's office.
Oh, yes. Whether you're traveling abroad, living in a new country, or just practicing English for your studies, you'll definitely need the right vocabulary and expressions for medical visits.
Exactly. Imagine this. You're not feeling well. Maybe you've got a bad cough or you feel dizzy and you need to see a doctor. You arrive at the clinic and suddenly you realize, oh no, I don't know the right words to explain my symptoms in English.
That can be stressful, but don't worry. By the end of this episode, you'll feel much more confident about how to handle a conversation at the doctor's office.
Yes, we'll take you through the whole process, from booking the appointment to speaking with the receptionist to explaining your symptoms to the doctor and even talking about treatment and medication.
And of course, we'll give you lots of examples, role plays, and tips along the way.
So, grab your notebook, relax, and get ready to practice with us.
Emma, let me ask you a question to get us started. Do you like going to the doctor?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Honestly, I don't like going to the doctor, but I know it's important. I usually feel a little nervous.
Really? Nervous about what?
Well, sometimes I worry that the doctor will give me bad news, or maybe I won't understand the medical terms.
I see. I think that's very common. For me, it depends. If it's just a regular checkup, I don't mind. But if I'm sick, then, of course, I feel a bit anxious too.
Yeah, and this is actually a really good reason why today's episode is so helpful. Because if you know the right English expressions, you won't feel as nervous. You'll feel in control.
Yes, language can make a huge difference. Imagine if you're in another country and you can clearly tell the doctor, I have a headache and it started 3 days ago. That makes everything easier.
Exactly. So maybe we should start today's episode by reviewing some key vocabulary that listeners can use at the doctor's office.
Great idea. Let's do it.
All right, listeners, we're going to teach you some of the most useful words and expressions. We'll explain them, give examples, and then you can repeat after us.
And remember, it's not just about memorizing the words, it's about practicing how to use them in real conversations.
The first word is appointment.
An appointment means a scheduled meeting with a doctor. For example, I'd like to make an appointment with Dr. Smith.
Yes, and the person who answers the phone might ask, what day and time would you like for your appointment?
So remember, you don't say, I want to go to the doctor at 3. You say, I have an appointment at 3 o'clock.
Next is receptionist. The receptionist is the person who works at the front desk of the clinic or hospital. They check you in, confirm your appointment, and sometimes take your information. Example, the receptionist asked me to fill out a form.
The third word is symptoms. Symptoms are the signs that you are sick. For example, cough, fever, headache, sore throat, runny nose, and nausea.
Right. You might say, my symptoms include a sore throat and a fever. Doctors always ask about your symptoms.
Number 4, prescription. A prescription is a piece of paper or digital note from the doctor that allows you to get medicine from the pharmacy. Example, the doctor gave me a prescription for antibiotics. Next we have checkup. A checkup is a regular medical examination when you're not sick, just to make sure everything is okay.
Like, I go for a checkup once a year.
Another important word is insurance. Health insurance helps pay for medical costs. In many countries, the receptionist might ask, do you have insurance? And you might answer, yes, here is my insurance card. And finally, pharmacy.
A pharmacy is where you go to buy medicine. In British English,
People often say chemist.
Example, I need to go to the pharmacy to get my medicine. Okay, let's put some of those words into a mini dialogue.
Great. I'll be the patient and you be the receptionist.
Perfect. Good morning. How can I help you today?
Hello, I'd like to make an appointment with Dr. Smith.
Sure. What day and time would you prefer?
Maybe Thursday morning if possible.
All right, I have 10:30 available. Does that work?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
Great. Please bring your insurance card with you. Did you notice how natural that sounded?
Yeah, it was short, but it used real phrases that you can actually use in real life.
I want to add something important here. In many English-speaking countries like the US or the UK, it's normal to make an appointment in advance. You usually can't just walk in and see the doctor immediately unless it's an emergency.
Right. In some countries, people are used to just going directly to the clinic and waiting. But in the US, for example, you often need to call ahead or use an online system to book an appointment.
So, learning how to say, I'd like to make an appointment, or do you have any available times this week is very useful. Okay, let's expand. We already said symptoms. Now let's teach some common ways to describe how you feel at the doctor's office.
Great idea. Listeners, repeat after us. I have a headache. I have a stomach ache. I have a sore throat. I have a fever. I feel dizzy. I feel tired all the time. I feel nauseous.
Notice that we usually say I have for pain. I have a headache. But we say I feel for conditions. I feel dizzy.
Exactly. That's a small but very important grammar point.
I'll be the doctor this time and you'll be the patient.
Okay.
Hello, how are you feeling today?
Not so good, doctor. I've had a sore throat for 3 days.
I see. Do you have any other symptoms?
Yes, I also have a headache and a slight fever.
All right. Have you taken any medicine?
Just some painkillers, but they don't help much.
Okay, let's take a look. Please open your mouth and say, ah.
Classic doctor line. Say, ah.
Yes, that's something you'll definitely hear. So far, we've introduced the basics: appointments, receptionists, symptoms, prescriptions, and some key expressions.
And we've already practiced with some dialogues.
In the next part of this episode, we'll go deeper. We'll walk through the whole journey, step by step, booking the appointment, checking in, talking with the doctor, and getting medicine.
That's right. And we'll also explain cultural differences, give tips for clear pronunciation, and practice more realistic conversations.
So stay tuned for part 2.
You're listening to the English Podcast Zone. We'll be right back.
See you soon.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. We're continuing our journey through a real-life visit to the doctor's office.
Yes, so far we've talked about vocabulary and some short role plays. Now, let's imagine the whole experience. From the moment you step into the clinic, what happens?
Usually, the first person you meet is not the doctor, it's the receptionist.
Exactly. And that conversation is super important. If you can communicate clearly with the receptionist, everything else becomes much easier.
So let's create a story. Imagine our listener, let's call her Maria, is feeling unwell. She has a sore throat, fever, and cough. She decides to visit the doctor.
Right. Maria walks into the clinic and she goes to the front desk. Here's how the conversation might sound. Good morning. How can I help you?
Hello, I have an appointment with Dr. Brown at 10:30.
Great. Can I have your name, please?
Yes, it's Maria Lopez.
Thank you, Miss Lopez. Do you have your insurance card with you?
Yes, here it is.
Perfect. Please take a seat and the doctor will call you shortly.
Thank you. That was a simple version, but let's make it a little more detailed because sometimes the receptionist might ask for extra information.
Yes. For example, they may ask you to fill out a form with your address, phone number, or medical history.
Exactly. Let's expand the conversation.
Let's highlight a few expressions from that conversation. Can I have your full name, please? This is a polite way of asking someone's name. Is this your first time visiting our clinic? This question is often asked to know if you are a new patient or an existing one. I'll need you to fill out this form. To fill out a form means to write information on it. Do you have insurance? This means, do you have a health insurance card that can cover the cost?
Here's something important. In many English-speaking countries, especially in the US, you almost always have to do some paperwork when visiting a doctor.
Yes, even if you just have a sore throat, the receptionist might give you a long form to complete.
Exactly. They usually ask about your allergies, past surgeries, or family medical history.
So it's useful to know words like allergies, medication, surgery, emergency contact.
And if you don't understand a question on the form, you can politely ask, "Could you please explain this question?" Or, "I'm not sure what to write here. Could you help me?"
Let's quickly review those useful words. Listeners, repeat after us. Allergy, medication, emergency contact, surgery, fill out a form. David?
Perfect.
So, in our story, Maria fills out the form, gives her insurance card, and then waits in the lobby.
After a few minutes, the nurse calls her name. That's usually how it works.
Right, and that's another little piece of vocabulary. Nurse. The nurse is the person who helps the doctor, takes your basic information like blood pressure, weight, and temperature.
Exactly. So let's continue the story with Maria meeting the nurse. Maria Lopez?
Yes, that's me.
Great, please follow me. We'll go to exam room number 3.
Okay.
Before the doctor comes in, I need to check your vital signs. Please step on the scale so I can measure your weight.
Sure.
Thank you. Now let me take your temperature and your blood pressure.
Okay.
Perfect. The doctor will be with you shortly.
That's very realistic. Nurses almost always check your vital signs first.
Yes, and the phrase vital signs usually means your weight, temperature, pulse, and blood pressure.
Temperature, how hot your body is. Blood pressure, the force of your blood flow. Pulse, your heartbeat. Weight, how heavy you are.
Sometimes they also measure your height.
Yes, so you might hear the nurse say, "Please stand against the wall so I can measure your height." Let's do one more short role play to practice this. Nurse, hello, can I take your blood pressure?
David, sure.
Nurse, please roll up your sleeve.
David, okay.
Nurse, thank you. Your blood pressure looks normal.
Emma, that phrase, roll up your sleeve, means to pull the sleeve of your shirt up so your arm is exposed.
Yes, and you might also hear, "Please hold out your arm." So now Maria has checked in, completed her forms, and the nurse has measured her vital signs.
Which means she's ready for the main part, the doctor's examination.
And that's what we'll move into next, the full conversation with the doctor.
Exactly. This will be the longest and most detailed role play so far.
Stay with us. We're going to act it out step by step, explain everything, and make sure you feel confident using English at the doctor's office. Welcome back, everyone. We followed Maria from the reception desk to the nurse's checkup. Now it's time for the main event, the doctor's examination.
Yes, this is usually the most important part of a visit. It's where you explain your symptoms, the doctor asks questions, and then suggests treatment.
And we're going to walk you through it slowly, step by step, with full role plays, explanations, and vocabulary. Hello, Maria. I'm Dr. Brown. How are you doing today?
Not so well, doctor. I've had a sore throat and a fever for the past 3 days.
I see. Do you also have a cough?
Yes, a little. It's a dry cough.
Any other symptoms? For example, runny nose, headache, or body aches?
Yes, I have a headache and I feel very tired.
Okay, thank you for telling me. Have you taken any medication?
Just some painkillers, but they don't really help.
All right, I'd like to examine you.
Please open your mouth and say, ah. Your throat looks a little red. Let me also check your lungs. Please take a deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. Okay, good. Your breathing sounds clear. I think you may have a throat infection.
That sounded so natural, right?
Yes, and you probably noticed a lot of useful expressions. How are you doing today? What are your symptoms? Do you also have you taken any medication? I'd like to examine you. Take a deep breath in and out. Your throat looks a little red. Let's talk about how Maria described her symptoms. She said, I've had a sore throat and a fever for the past 3 days. That's excellent English. Notice she used the present perfect. I've had. This is very common when describing something that started in the past and continues now.
Yes, many English learners make the mistake of saying, I have sore throat for 3 days. But the correct form is, I've had a sore throat for 3 days.
Exactly. That small grammar difference makes you sound much more natural. Did you notice Maria said a dry cough? Let's explain. Dry cough. No mucus, just a rough cough. Wet cough. Produces mucus or phlegm. Persistent cough. A cough that doesn't stop. Emma. Doctors may ask, is it a dry cough or a wet cough? Do you have any allergies?
No, I don't have any allergies.
That's good. Do you smoke?
No, I don't.
Do you live with anyone who has been sick recently?
Yes, actually, my roommate had the flu last week.
Ah, that could explain it. Don't worry, it doesn't seem too serious. I'll prescribe you some antibiotics and medicine for the fever. Did you hear that? The doctor said, I'll prescribe you some antibiotics.
That's another important word, prescribe. It means the doctor officially gives you medicine.
And the noun form is prescription. Okay, so after Maria sees the doctor, she goes to the pharmacy to pick up her medicine. Let's role play that quickly.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I have a prescription from Dr. Brown.
Okay, let me check. Here you go. This is your antibiotic and fever medicine. Take 1 pill 3 times a day after meals.
Thank you. Do I need to take it with water?
Yes, always take it with a full glass of water.
That's very typical. The pharmacist will explain the dosage, how much medicine to take, and how often. Common phrases include, take 1 pill 3 times a day. Take this medicine after meals. Apply this cream twice a day. Don't drive after taking this medicine. In English-speaking countries, it's normal and actually encouraged to ask your doctor or pharmacist questions.
Yes, don't be shy. You can say, are there any side effects? Can I drink alcohol while taking this medicine? How long should I take it?
Doctors expect you to ask these things. Let's put everything together now. The receptionist, the nurse, the doctor, and the pharmacist.
In one smooth summary role play.
Great idea. Let's make it fast but realistic.
Good morning. How can I help you?
I have an appointment with Dr. Brown at 10:30.
Okay, please fill out this form and take a seat. Nurse. Maria Lopez, please follow me. I'll check your weight, temperature, and blood pressure.
Okay.
Doctor. Hello, Maria. What brings you in today?
I've had a sore throat and fever for 3 days.
Any other symptoms?
Yes, a headache and a dry cough.
All right, I'll prescribe some antibiotics. Pharmacist, here's your prescription. Take 1 pill 3 times a day after meals.
Thank you. And that's the whole journey, from start to finish.
Yes, and if you listen to this several times, you'll feel much more confident next time you go to the doctor.
Before we finish, let's do a quick quiz. I'll ask a question and you try to answer. What's the word for the paper the doctor gives you to buy medicine?
The answer is prescription. Next question. What does the nurse usually check before the doctor comes in?
Vital signs like weight, temperature, blood pressure, and pulse. Last one. What's the difference between a dry cough and a wet cough?
A dry cough has no mucus. A wet cough produces mucus.
We did it! We've covered vocabulary, real dialogues, cultural notes, and even practiced a full story about visiting the doctor's office.
Yes, and this is one of the most practical English topics you can learn.
We hope you feel more confident now. Remember, the best way to learn is to practice. Try role-playing with a friend or even by yourself in front of a mirror.
And of course, keep listening to the English podcast sound.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Until next time, stay healthy and keep practicing your English.
Emma and David together. Bye-bye.
Bye.